Hope you're having a great time today and tonight. So I'm going to piggyback off of what Gina said, because everything she said is so true and amazing, and you did such a great job. So thank you for that. So, okay, we have social media, right? We got to do it. That's how we build our brand. If we like it, hate it, we want to do it, don't want to do it. How many of you are like, but what do I do before I post my videos? How do I even make videos? How do I edit my videos? How do I act on my videos? How many of you are a little bit intimidated by that? I know you are. I do know that. Yeah. So I'm here to teach you, or I'm going to actually teach you how to create a really cool video, lots of content with no memorizing, and it's actually a lot of fun. Because you can't build a brand if you're hiding from the camera. How many of you feel like you're hiding from the camera? Right, right. I still hide from the camera sometimes. All right, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. So I was on a show called Sell This House. I don't know if any of you have heard of Sell This House. It was on for many years, yep. And it was one of the very first home design shows. So there was Sell This House, there was Trading Spaces, and we were the first two, really. And it was fun. I was on the show for like 15 years. I also did another show, Smart Home Nation, Sell This House Extreme. I have a podcast, Life Masters. So I've always been in front of the camera, but like what Gina said, you know, I ended up having a kid. I have a teenager, and I'm like, I need to kind of pivot because the business isn't always healthy, right? So I was like, I want to do something else. I love what I do. I love being a TV host, love being on camera. The business, like we all know, because I'm sure you've heard, you know, on TV and stuff, it can be a little bit unhealthy. So I wanted to pivot. I wanted to be a mom, like a really good, solid mom to my teen. So that's what I did. It took some time away. So in that time away, we finally bought our first home. Okay, this was about 5 years ago. We loved this home. And so I'm only saying this to you because what you do as real estate agents is so special. When I was on Sell This House, I traveled the US. I've been to every state at least 5 times over. I've been in over 500 houses, and I've helped stage and sell over 500 houses on national television. So I know what it takes, and I know what it feels like when you hand over those keys, right, to a new owner, or you're helping the seller sell their house. Because a lot of times when you're helping someone sell a house, it's not always for a good reason. It's because you're helping them get out of a situation that they don't want to be in. And that, to me, you guys are superheroes, honestly. So for the first time, we had our own home. We were very, very happy. We lived in a beautiful neighborhood. And January 7th, at 10:30 a.m., this was my backyard. Everything was going up in flames. And within 45 minutes, my entire life, as I knew it, changed. So this is me. I was one of the people, and I'm talking about the Palisades fires. I was one of the people stuck in the gridlock of the traffic with my mom and my cat in the car. I had fire on both sides of the car. I didn't know if I was going to get out of the car. I didn't know if we were going to make it. And so I said to my mom, I said, if one of us doesn't make it, I just don't want the other person to feel guilty about moving forward with their lives. So every decision that we make from this moment on, because I kept going in circles. I didn't know where the fire was coming from. Everything was black. There was ash all over the place. And we were very confused as to which way to go. And I moved from literally like this end of the stage to that end of the stage in like an hour. Stuck. Then we see people. Did you hear about the gridlock when people were like, they just left their cars? They got out of their cars and they just left their cars, whatever they could in hand, and started, walking towards the beach, which is about a couple of miles away. So I saw people walking past my car with their stuff, with their suitcases, their pets, and everyone was just in survival mode. The scariest moment of my life. My daughter Ava was at school. She lost her phone. She started calling me, and on all of these obscure numbers, I don't know where these numbers were coming from, and then I had to answer every single phone call. And then I have friends from all over the world started calling me, asking me if I was okay. They didn't know what was going on in my life. And here I am having to pick up every single call, hoping it's my daughter. So can you imagine the stress? I don't know if I'm going to live past the next hour, 2 hours of my life. And I'm getting these phone calls, and I blanked out. I'm in the car. I didn't know where I was. I didn't recognize, I was less than 30 minutes from my house, or 30 seconds from my house. I didn't recognize the streets. I didn't recognize anything. And then I got a call from OT. He said, I know where you are, because I have you on Life 360. And he said, you need to go straight. Just go straight. And then when you get to this street, you're going to make a right. And that's all you need to do. So very, very panicked. I finally get to that street. And I'm finally, down at the beach to safety. But what happened is that during that time, those 3 hours, I suffered so much PTSD that I had memory loss for about 6 weeks. So just to give you some context, this is my daughter, Ava. This was the school before, and this is her life as she knew it. This is after. She just started high school this year. She started Pali High. Her school was 30% burnt down, so they had, I don't know if you know much about what happened, but they did end up, they moved into the Sears building in Santa Monica, built it out. They spent $11 million on that building, and they're doing the best they can to accommodate these kids. This is my daughter looking at her best friend's house. She just stayed there the week before the fires. She loved going to this house. So now I bring up this slide because about a week after all of this was going on, I was asked to be interviewed on CNN. And I've interviewed celebrities from all over the world. I've been interviewed, but I, for the first time in my life, didn't know if I could do this interview. This is a huge interview. And I'm literally suffering from a lot of memory loss. And I mean, all I want to do is crawl up in my bed and not even get out of bed for weeks. But instead, and I had somebody call me and they were like, we want to interview you so that you can impact other people's lives through your story. And I said, okay, I have to do this interview. I got to do it. But it was the first time in my life that I realized, because now what I teach is confidence on camera. Because I want you guys to succeed in social media, but you can't succeed if you don't get in front of the camera, right? So I thought, I now realize how hard it is to get in front of the camera when you don't feel ready, or you're scared, or you don't know what to say, you don't know how to act, you don't know how to sit, And the number one problem, or the number one thing that I think holds people back when they're on camera is they're like, well, I don't like the way I sound. I'm afraid of being judged. I was really afraid of being judged on this interview because I didn't know if I was going to remember my story. But I went and I did it anyway. So there are 3 things that I want to talk to you about. Okay, we're going to lighten it up a little bit here. I want to talk to you about that got me through that interview. So the first thing is, I want you guys to do something that makes you feel uncomfortable. Okay, because if you can do something that makes you feel uncomfortable, right? Like walk up to somebody that you're totally intimidated by and introduce yourself. Just something like that, right? Do something that makes you feel so uncomfortable, because then when you get on camera, you'll be like, oh yeah, I can do this. No sweat, right? So do you want me to do something for you guys that makes me feel really uncomfortable right now? Yeah, right? Just do it. Okay, I did this last year, but this is even more uncomfortable so I'm just gonna lay down like this for no reason. I'm feeling really uncomfortable right now. Okay, so just do stuff. I mean, all the stuff I've done on camera, right? It's been pretty crazy. So just do something that makes you feel uncomfortable and then turn your video on. Okay, and I'm telling you, it'll bring out a side of you that you never thought existed. Just little things like that. The other thing is, you cannot care what people think, just like what Gina said. I loved that slide when you showed your Instagram page with all the comments, because I've had it too.
That wasn't even a bad one.
Right! You cannot care what people think about you and your social media. You know why? You know the number one reason why? Because they don't pay your bills. They don't pay your bills. Okay? You will grow your business with video. And you're going to do it because you want to. And you also have to believe in yourself more than anybody. Okay, there are so many people that didn't believe in me after I went from television, big giant television career, to recording on my phone and doing little videos at home. Right? How are you going to make that pivot? Are you feeling less than? Are you feeling embarrassed? I talk a lot about authenticity. You did too, Gina. And when you're authentic, when you're not so authentic. When you're authentic, you can do anything. Now, how do you know you're being authentic in your videos? Because you feel it. When you feel yourself connecting with that camera, and you feel it inside because you're passionate about what it is you're talking about, and just like she said too, like, talk about something that's interesting about you. It doesn't always have to be about what you do for a living or what you think people are going to want to hear you say. Talk about. Talk about what makes you, what you love, what you're passionate about, and just give it a shot for 1 minute. When you feel your words, the other person on the other end of that camera also will feel your words. And that's when you know you're speaking authentically. So what I want to do is I'm going to teach you how to create a super fabulous 1 to 2 minute video. Now I know you've already seen me do this, but we're going to do it again. You should do it. I'm still waiting. I haven't checked my emails yet, but you know. Okay, so this is how to create a super fabulous video with lots of content, no memorizing, that's charismatic, captivating, super fast, and all in video. Now, first thing I want to set you up with when you make this video, all right? This is called the anatomy of a compelling story. That's my Instagram there. You can follow or not, but. The first thing, and I know, Gina, you talked about this when we were in Cabo. The first thing is the hook, okay? You got to hook them in. And that's a really fast question, an emotional moment, a fact, something like that. Like if I said to you, do you know the #1 thing that people are afraid of to do? Public speaking. Or getting on video and sending that video out to the world. Speaking. When they know that other people are listening to what they have to say, right? So the other one is a story. So when you're telling your story, use vivid imagery. Use relatable content, something that people can relate to, and make it engaging. When I told you guys the story about the Palisades fires, did you feel what I was telling you? Because I gave you details, I gave you vivid imagery, right? And then you got to tie it all up in the end. So in the end, you want to do that, call to action, give it a twist. You can put a twist in there, your mic drop moment. You can give some kind of a meaningful takeaway. But you can have all of those 3 things in a 1 minute video, a 2 minute video, 30-minute video, whatever that is for you. But try it on your social media and see what happens. Okay, so that's kind of the formula for that. I'm going to give you 100 magical hooks so that you can have your hook. This is something, it's a freebie, okay? When you look at them, I've divided them all into categories. Check out the list. There's 100 hooks, all in different categories, and choose a hook whenever you pick up your phone to create a video and see how it goes. Okay. This is also the Confidence on Camera Toolkit. So this is something else. I was on television for 25 years, and I put everything I know into teaching my students confidence on camera with AI, with video creation, video editing. We go through the whole gamut. And before I teach you how to create a video, I just want to point out a couple of people. So Heather Manzi, you took my course. Yay! And what did you do? She went on to create a podcast, right? Women Who Rise, and she had me on the podcast. So you guys have to look up, right? Women Who Rise, look up my name, look at her name, and you'll find the episode. But you went on to do that. Lenny, I love how you guys are sitting together. You guys met through taking my course. And so Lenny, he went on to create a YouTube channel. And how's the YouTube channel doing for you? Right? Yay, this is fantastic. And he still sends me his videos. He's like, what do you think? What do you think? And then we also have Melanie. Is Melanie here? Where's Melanie? Melanie Weaver. She just sent me a text the other day. I'm very close to all my students. And Melanie goes, you're never gonna guess what, Tanya? She goes, I just got 100,000 views on my Facebook. I mean, this is great, right? And you sent, what's that? It was amazing. And she showed me the stats, and then she showed me this and that, and then she gave me a nice plug on her social media. And so I love, love, love what I teach. And everything in this Confidence on Camera Toolkit is everything that you can use that I have used through the years of being on camera. And it takes practice, right? Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna teach you how to make a 1-minute video that is very captivating. Now, I do these all the time. So you're gonna take out your ChatGPT, not right now, but like, I love ChatGPT. So put in ChatGPT all of the things that you see here on that side. Take on the role of. So when you're using ChatGPT, okay, you want to put take on the role of an incredible copywriter for Instagram posts or for social media videos, whatever exactly it is you want it to do. Give it the length of time of your video. So this one you want like 1 minute, but it could be 2 minutes, could be 3. And then also any information that you have on the topic. You can ask it to check out the entire internet in case there's anything that you want to add in there that you didn't think that you thought of. Give it a hook, story, and an end, tie it all together, search the internet, and make it unique content for that topic. And my ChatGPT, how many of you guys have the ChatGPT where it knows your writing style or your speaking style? I knew you did, Lenny. I knew Heather too. I knew you guys had that all dialed in. But it makes a difference, doesn't it? So much easier. So when you use ChatGPT more and more and more, you can keep asking it to take on your persona. Okay, and then it actually spits out like scripts and stuff for your social media that sounds just like you. And then add in the feel and vibe of the content for your brand. So this is what it came up with. This actually here was my prompt. Okay, that is what I put in. Simple, right? It's not that complicated. Now before I tell you what it gave me back, I want to set you up for success. So these are 2 little microphones that I swear by. Well, it's actually the same microphone, but one is a mini, and I'm wearing the mini right now, and then the other one is still a mini, but it's like not as, the small one on the right there is, that's like the latest version. But this is my Movo microphone. I love my Movo microphone. So I'm gonna show you how to use it right now. You take your phone. All you do is you take this side, you plug it into your phone, and then you take this little guy, and you clip it onto your shirt if you want to hide it here on your lapel, and that's it. Make sure you turn it on. If the 2 lights are green, that means they're connecting, and you're all hooked up with your microphone. It's so easy. The reason why you want this and the reason why it's my secret weapon, did you see that movie, the video that Gina showed you where the girl was in the shower and she's behind the couch and she's wherever she is, she's up close to the camera. Because you can be in any proximity to the camera and it can hear your voice perfectly. This is like my little super awesome secret weapon. And I use it all the time. Okay, so there's that. So we're gonna set you up for success. So that's that step. And then let's go through a quick checklist here. So you wanna find your best lighting. Do you guys know how to find your best lighting? You literally take your phone, you put it on, right, on your video. All right, and you turn it toward yourself, and this is what you do. You literally do this. You walk around your house, and you go like this, and you go, where is my best lighting? Okay, and I'm telling you, when you're in that perfect spot lighting-wise, you can look 10 years younger. And then, when you're in the worst lighting, I don't even want to say what that can do. So lighting is everything. If you're standing, let's say there's a window right here, you want to be standing facing the window. Don't go like this, because if you're lit from behind, it's called your backlit, and it just isn't going to look as good. I walked through my house, and I always know where the best lighting is at what time of the day. Here's another pro tip, and I know you know this. If you go into your car on a rainy day or a cloudy day, perfect lighting. Lit perfect from all sides, no shadows, look 10 years younger, it's great. I run outside in the rain all the time. I'm like, I gotta go. Sorry, you're gonna be late for school, Ava, I gotta go do my video. It's that important, okay. All right, the other one is set your camera up a little bit above eye level. This can make you look so much better. You never see it when you're on a Zoom with someone and they're like this. Yeah, so they're like, can you guys see they're just like, it's so distracting, isn't it? Well, that's what people are thinking when you make videos like that. So just be aware of like the angle. So like that's a good angle, right? And make sure you don't have too much headroom. Some people are like talking way down here and there's so much headroom. Be careful of the headroom and the angle. Don't do it too high, but you'll see that happy medium. The camera's always a little higher, okay? If you're down here, not flattering. And some people are like, I don't know why I don't look, why it's unflattering. I can't figure out why. So also pay a little bit of attention to your background. You don't want the dirty laundry sitting on your bed. Melanie made a video like that. I was like, what are you doing? Gee, you know which video I'm talking about, right? It was live, you guys. Okay, so yeah, people are so hosting a show like Sell This House was all about voyeurism, right? So I don't know if you remember it, but we would go into people's houses and we'd have potential home buyers go in on a hidden camera, okay? So they would go in and they'd make all these comments on people's house. People are so distracted by what people have inside their homes, they're not even looking at the house. So it's the same thing with video. Make your background so that it's not distracting, so that they're actually looking at you and paying attention to what it is you're saying. Okay, choose an outfit that feels like you and that's on brand, and whether they love the video for the outfit or you, it doesn't matter because they're watching your videos. And then I say, especially when you're first starting, do a 30-second test. Just make sure that how many times have you done, me too, I've done this. You put record on and then you realize that you didn't record. You weren't recording. I mean, it was the most fabulous video, didn't work. Okay, and then adjust any settings, brightness and video and all that. Okay, so now that I've set you up for success, this is what ChatGPT spit out. Okay, that's my script. So I'm going to take that script, although this is only a small portion of the script. I'm going to break the script into easy to remember bits. All right, so this is what we're going to do. Got my script. Got my phone. You need a tripod. Get a tripod. Okay, so we're going to put my phone on the tripod. I'm not going to put the camera on, but you put the camera on. You press record, not play. And you grab your script. This is literally what you do. This is the best part. Okay. So you got your script, and you're going to memorize. There's no memorizing, really, but it's like a couple of words at a time. Okay, we can all do that, right? So the first line is, hey, quick question. So I'm going to go here. You're going to press record. You're going to let the video just record you. Don't press stop. Okay? Hey, quick question. The next line. Does the thought of making a video for your business have you sweating? And you can go back here if you want because you have your Movo microphone on. Okay, and you I sometimes have to do it a couple times. Does the thought of making a video for your business have you sweating? And then you go like this, if you have to. Does the thought of making a video for your business have you sweating? Right? And then you go up here again if you want, and you say, or even hiding from your phone. Right? So of course I'm going for humor. But I'm telling you, you can do this with humor. You can do it seriously. You can make a very empathetic video. You can do any kind of video that you want, and you can do pretty long videos too. Okay? So that's what you do. You do one line at a time, and you have fun with it. Do you guys want to see how the video turned out? Yeah. All right. Yeah. 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 It doesn't, it depends on what it's for. So YouTube, I always do vertical. For Instagram, it's probably horizontal. But I do sometimes like to do horizontal. Did I say that backwards? Oh, yes, no, okay, wait. For YouTube, it's horizontal. For Instagram, vertical, okay? But I generally like to do them horizontal. I just do because then I can crop them, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But you can usually get something out of it. But sometimes I do it two different ways. So it just depends on how you want to, what platform you're working on. Yeah. So there's that. And here's the other thing too. So when you're filming it, film it on your phone, or you can also film it on your laptop. You can also, that's a little bit more complicated, but just take out your phone, film it there, and you can edit it on CapCut. And another platform I love is Filmora. CapCut to me got a little glitchy there for a little while. I don't know if you guys realized that, but then I went to Filmora and that got glitchy, so then I went back to CapCut. Either one of them are great, and you'll get done the job really quickly. So when you're done and you have all your little lines created, then you want to just edit out all the blanks. Okay? That's it. Does that seem easy? Right? Okay. So I'm going to show you two videos. One is 1 minute. The other one is 2 minutes. The first one was, I think, kind of funny. Okay, here we go. Hey, quick question. Does the thought of creating a video for your business have you sweating or hiding from your phone? Yep, that was me, pressing record, delete, record, delete, record, delete. Do you guys want the volume up a little?
There's the mic.
And then have you ever thought to yourself, maybe I'm just not good on video? Friend, same. But here's the thing. Videos are like rocket fuel for your brand, and confidence can be 100% learned. And that's why, after being on TV for over 20 years, I decided to create the Confidence on Camera Challenge for entrepreneurs. Every day for 30 days, you get a super fun and sometimes funny video from me. No scripts, no fancy tech, just you and your phone, to record yourself, building real confidence, one day at a time. But imagine this. Speaking clearly, not awkwardly, showing up on social media without second guessing, literally feeling good about how you look and sound. And you get a few really cool tips and tricks from me, a real live TV host. So if you're finally ready to crush camera shyness and show up for your biz, click the link, join us, and unlock your video superstar together. Because the world needs to see you. Let's do this. There you go.
Let me show you the trials and tribulations of being a realtor.
Wait.
First off, I show them 25 homes.
Can we stop that for a second? Hey, don't look. Pretend you didn't see that. Okay, so that one is something called the 30-day challenge. Anyone who has taken my course has done the 30-day challenge. What a difference did that make for you guys?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, a lot of quirky, crazy stuff, just really getting out of your comfort zone. Some of those were really cool. You could post them publicly, and yeah, I got a lot of feedback. It was amazing.
Yeah, I'm so happy that you said it. Lenny, you had fun doing that too. It's like, yes. But I really, from day 1 to day 30, you and Melanie too, like she won one of the contests there because you're so great. Like the transformation is unbelievable. So yeah, it's a really fun challenge too. So, okay, so this next one, what I want to show you is that you can actually use that same format and you can make it funny. So this is one that is 2 minutes. It goes from funny, and this is all for you guys, and it goes into something that's very sincere. Okay. And if we
Let
can
me
turn it
show
up a
you the
little.
trials and tribulations of being
Thank
a
you.
realtor. First off, you show them 25 homes, you stage 3 of them, and then you get all these texts at midnight, and then poof, ghosted. And then finally you get a serious home buyer, and then they say to you, yeah, my cousin's best friend, her girlfriend's boyfriend became a realtor, and so we're gonna use him. Last minute showings, surprise inspections, Sunday open houses, and family dinners. Oh wait, what's a family dinner? And then there's that agent. Oh, I'll sell your house for way more. And of course, the lockbox. Yes, nothing says I'm professional more than standing outside for 15 minutes looking like you're breaking into the house. Open houses. Everyone comes for free cookies, but nobody signs in. And then there's a classic, oh yes, we're just looking, which is realtor code for, we just came for some design inspo. And you can see the ring light in my glasses. So maybe you shouldn't wear glasses when you're filming your videos. But don't worry, that commission check will all be worth it until it falls apart at inspection. We want 5 bedrooms, ocean view, totally move-in ready for $250,000. And how about the cats? They weave in between your legs like they're plotting your murder. Because here's the thing, video isn't just about marketing, it's about courage. It's about showing up. Even when you don't feel ready or you feel like it's gonna be messy and all you feel like is everyone's gonna judge you. Because the business we're in, it's not just about houses, it's about families, it's about people, it's about creating memories and the ability to change someone's entire life with a set of keys. And when you share yourself on video, your voice, your story, your heart, you give people a reason to trust you with one of the biggest decisions of their lives. So don't hide. Don't wait until it's perfect. One line at a time, one video at a time. Have the courage to let the world see you. Because you're not just selling real estate, you're giving people a home. And this is coming from someone who recently lost their house. What you do changes lives, and that changes everything.
There you go. Yay! There's 2 more slides. There's 2 more, but that really was from my heart to yours. I appreciate everything you guys do. I lived it for 25 years, even though it was on television. I see what you do, I see the changes that you make, and I see the lives that you change. And what you do is beautiful. And no matter how hard things get through the times, ups and downs, believe me, I've been through my own times. Just keep going, and just one step after the other, create those videos, get your story out there. Because with your story and with who you are, you can literally change lives. Don't forget that. Thank you.